What's good, YouTube? This is AOC85 here, and bringing you guys the spell lineup for Psychic Control. So first of all, let's get the boring stuff out the way. MST is self-explanatory. Back row hate. Book of Moon, stop Synchro, stop attacks, blah blah blah. Dark Hole, Dark Hole, destroy the field. Mind Control, take one of your opponent's monsters, use one of your many tuners to go into a monster you Synchro for a monster you control. Monster Reborn, that giant grenade, all the boring stuff. Okay, now that we got all that boring stuff out the way, let me go into a discussion about the most important and different cards for the spell lineup. First of all, your 2 copies of Miracle Synchro Fusion. You have a lot of Synchro monsters, you have a lot of Psychic monsters. This card allows you to go into Ultimate Axon Kicker almost all the time, because you Synchro a lot, and you almost will always have a Psychic monster and the Psychic Synchro monster in your graveyard. And also you can put this card face down to bait back row destruction. They destroy it, you draw 1 card. It's a pretty nifty card, I like it. And I love the fact that it allows you to go into Ultimate Axon Kicker. I told you guys that's probably my favorite Synchro monster in this deck. Sorry, my favorite monster in this deck's extra deck. 1 for 1. Very important for this deck, because Mind Master is probably the key. It's one of the keys to this deck. He's one of your win conditions, and even if he's removed from play somehow by Chain Disappearance or any other card similar to that, you can win without him. But once you have him, he makes winning so much easier. And that's why 1 for 1 is so important. The only reason why you run this card is to search him out. You can pitch any of your monsters, because graveyard doesn't mean anything to this deck. You remove stuff from the graveyard like nothing, like nobody's business. 1 for 1 gets you that Mind Master so quicker. And so does this card, Emergency Teleport, one of the greatest and most broken search cards Yu-Gi-Oh! Has ever made. Oh, Konami has ever made for Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry. You summon a level 3 or lower monster, Psychic type monster from your deck, obviously. We all know this card. Teledad format. Telegadgets. So on and so forth. I use it in my hero builds, my hero fusion builds. Yep, you guys remember from way back when. This card helps you search out Mind Master. Also helps you search out the other important Psychic type monster you have in your deck right now, which is Esper Girl. Your Esper Girl is one of your main draw engines. So it's very important. You have a lot of ways to search Mind Master and Esper Girl out. You have the Serene Psychic Witch, who searches out Psychic monsters. You have this card. You have 1 for 1. Now, these cards all help you to search out your Psychic monsters from your deck. What happens if they're in your graveyard removed from play? Which is why you play this card, Psychic Field Zone. So you select, actually more so this card, Telekinetic Power Well. Telekinetic Power Well allows you to summon as many of your level 2 or lower Psychic type monsters in your graveyard, and then you take damage equal to the combined level of their combined levels times 300. You run 2, I believe I run 2 Esper Girls, a Mind Master, and I think those are all the level 2 or lower monsters I run. Which means that at the most you'll be taking 2, 4, 5 times 3, 1500 damage if you have all 3 of them in the graveyard. Seems pretty hefty, but the ability to special summon those cards from the graveyard and then go off by tributing them, paying your life point cost, and just searching through your deck is monumental. This card can be returned from a different dimension from your graveyard if done properly. Yeah, I did say that. Return from a different dimension from your graveyard. Think about the analogy and you're gonna get it. Psychic Field Zone. One of the new cards from Extreme Victory. Select 2 of your removed from play monsters, 1 Psychic type tuner and 1 Psychic type non-tuner, and return them to the graveyard. And special summon 1 Psychic type Synchro monster from your extra deck and face up defense position, whose level equals the total levels of the returned monsters. This is your main way of bringing out Overmind Archfiend. Now, Overmind Archfiend is the new Synchro monsters, but I guess the way to his Synchro summon requirements are pretty hefty. He has to have 1 Psychic type tuner and 2 or more non-tuner Psychic type monsters, which you can do pretty easily in this deck actually, but you rather use a play like that for Trishula. So to bring him out, what I like to do is remove from play Armed Axon Kicker, and either Mental Seeker or one of your Psychic Commanders, remove them from play. When they're removed from play, activate this card to put him back in the graveyard, and you special summon him, ignoring his exact Synchro summon requirements. Now, this special summon is not treated as a special Synchro summon, so when he's removed from the field, he's dead in your graveyard. But that makes him easy fodder for Ultimate Axon Kicker. You use that to bring him out. He's a 3,300 beat stick who can remove Psychic type monster from your graveyard, and when he's removed from the field to the graveyard, you special summon all the monsters removed from play by his effect. So he heals with Swarm without a life point cost. So this card is pretty decent to bring him out. And as usual, the staples up here, and the Psychic specific cards down here. That's pretty fast and pretty, I guess, simple discussion about the spell lineup. Thank you so much for watching YouTube. I appreciate all your comments, questions, and advice, positive or negative. As usual, rate, comment, and subscribe. Put your comments down there. And let me know if you guys need help for anything. Any questions, you can PM me. I'm on Dual Network now more consistently, so, or if you want to Dual Network me, just PM me. I should get the message on my phone, then I'll try and find a computer and we can duel it up. Outside of that, peace out YouTube. Keep on enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh!